In a quiet neighborhood in Nigeria, there lived a hard-working man named Shindu. Shindu was known for his discipline, kindness, and deep love for his family. Every morning, he woke up early, dressed neatly in his suit, and prepared for work. Before leaving, he would smile at his wife, Amara, and gently pat his two children on the head. To him, they were his whole world. Shindu trusted his wife completely. He believed she was loyal, caring, and devoted to their home. Because of this trust, he never questioned her actions, not even for a second. At the gate of his compound worked a young gateman named Musa. Musa was quiet, respectful, and always greeted Shindu with a bow of the head. Everything seemed normal, but behind the peaceful appearance of that home, something was terribly wrong. Whenever Shindu left for work, the atmosphere changed. Amara, his wife, began to spend more time around the gate. Simple greetings slowly turned into long conversations. And those conversations slowly became something deeper. What started as harmless interaction soon grew into a secret relationship. They were careful. They kept the distance when others were around. They spoke in low tones. They laughed quietly in hidden corners of the compound. Days turned into months, and months turned into years. Inside the house, Shindu remained a loving father. But deep down, something began to trouble him. There were moments when he looked at his children, and felt a strange doubt. He couldn't explain it. He pushed the thought away many times, but it kept coming back. One night, sitting alone in the living room, surrounded by silence, Shindu sighed deeply. Something is not right, he whispered to himself. After weeks of thinking, he made a difficult decision. He would do a DNA test. Quietly and without telling anyone, Shindu went to a clinic. The process was simple, but the weight in his heart was heavy. Days later, the results were ready. With trembling hands, he opened the envelope. As his eyes scanned the paper, his world shattered. The children he had loved, cared for, and called his own, were not his. The report revealed the truth he never imagined. They belonged to Musa. For a moment, Shindu could not move. His heart pounded. His breath became heavy. Shock turned into pain. Pain turned into anger. That evening, he returned home. But this time, he was not the same man. He called Amara and Musa to stand before him. With the DNA result in his hand, he confronted them. "Tell me the truth," he said, his voice firm but shaking. Amara could not speak. Her silence said everything. Musa lowered his head, unable to look up. The truth was exposed. Years of trust, broken in a single moment. Shinju's eyes filled with pain, but his voice remained strong. "To both of you, leave this house." Musa stood frozen. Amara began to cry, but it was too late. "Go," Shinju repeated. With nothing left to say, Musa picked up his small bag. Amara followed behind him, her face filled with regret. They walked out of the house, together. The gate closed behind them. And just like that, everything changed. Inside the now quiet home, Shinju stood alone. The laughter that once filled the house was gone. The trust he once had, was gone. But even in his pain, he remained standing. Because sometimes, the hardest truths are the ones that set us free.